This is Eagle Owl, and today we're gonna talk about Nick Sirianni. He get the multi-year deal. He gets the bag. It's official. Also, Frankie Luvu, he want the tush push ban. And lastly, we're gonna go ahead and talk about Zack Baun contract and why I believe it's a win. But let's get straight into it. All right, man. Before we hop straight into it, yes, a former Eagle is back, Joe Douglas. I like this move, and shout out to Anthony DeBona. He called this out first, so we lost our scouting head of scouting guy to the Las Vegas Raiders. He goes over there, he get a bigger role. Shout out to him. But we end up signing Joe Douglas back, who was recently fired by the New York Jets. Now, Joe Douglas, I will say this, he is a good scout guy. The thing that failed him in New York was I think he couldn't do the GM job or he wasn't good at it. Like he know how to find the talent, find the players, but he just couldn't get the pieces to mesh. Like for example, we just had Mekhi Becton, the guy he picked, the guy they called the bus, and all of a sudden he comes to the Eagles and it worked. Joe Douglas couldn't hire the right coaches to get it right, but finding the players, he's really good at. Sauce Gardner, Brees Hall. Got to think of like the Garrett Wilsons on the defensive side. Quinn Williams, like he find guys that he could get on the team, but how can I get these guys to work together? How can I get the coaches and the players and training staff, whatever, just to all flow together? Whereas though Howard Roseman got that down pat. Howard Roseman know how to get the right coaches and Nick Sirianni, the Vic Fangio. Hell, I gotta call up Kellen Moore. So that's the difference. So him just being the scouting, finding the talent, it will work. But speaking of Nick Sirianni, shout out to Nick Sirianni. He officially get the bag. This is the first time I ever seen a coach have these accolades and is being questioned on why he got paid. Nick Sirianni is a Super Bowl champ, two Super Bowl appearances, made the playoffs every year since he been the Philadelphia Eagles. Regular season 48-20, highest regular season winning percentage amongst active head coaches. And people question now why you got Cowboys fans, they rotating coaches. Giants haven't been good since Tom Coughlin, and Washington just got good, but we'll see how long that will last. So while you hear these NFC East guys talk, they've been having head coaching problems forever. Whereas though with the Philadelphia Eagles and Nick Sirianni, we go to the playoffs. We go to the Super Bowl. We win one. So Nick Sirianni deserves his money. Even if he's the motivating coach, to me, it's working. It's definitely working because offensive coordinators, basically, if you're an offensive coordinator in Philadelphia, you're almost guaranteed to get a head coaching job. Even Brian Johnson, who we had one of the worst offense we seen in Philadelphia, he was still getting interviews to be a head coach. Now he ended up just being a passing coordinator for the Washington football team, but he was still even getting interviews. So I'm telling you, offensive coordinators here, they go and be head coaches, defensive coordinators. Even in the Jonathan Gannon was a head coach now. Now Vic Fangio ain't going nowhere because he's older. He did the head coaching thing. He just want to stay in Philadelphia, get his money, and win championships, which is a good thing. But what I'm saying is Nick Sirianni role is like bigger than what's being displayed. I would say that I think he plays a bigger role in having his hands and things. So shout out to Nick Sirianni, man. A lot of people love him. A lot of the teammates and stuff like that. A lot of the Eagles players really love Nick Sirianni. While from the outside, from time to time, it can look like it's tension there, but it's really not. It's really not. Because I'm gonna talk about this possibly tomorrow. Like AJ Brown was saying in one of his interviews, like, yo, this was like one of the better teams I ever been a part of, just the chemistry wise. But again, I'm gonna talk about that more tomorrow. All right, so let's get into the next topic. Frankie Luvu. Frankie Luvu, he wants the tush push ban. He's somewhat of the guy that started this because of the playoffs. Remember, we kept jumping off sides. And let me play this clip.
Play right there.
You are, in a way, linked to this play because of that moment. You also have a powerful voice. This week, in a matter of a couple days, the league is going to vote on the tush push, whether to keep it or to ban it. As a guy who has been out there in a playoff game trying to defend it, is it unfair, and should the league ban it?
Man, my personal opinion,
Yeah.
I think they should ban it. You know what I mean? But I know the argument is going to be about like, hey, well, you guys have to stop it. Don't get us in short yardage and whatnot. But
Yeah.
um, I mean, it's kind of like a Chico play, man. You got Jordan Mailata on the right. You got, it's pretty much a scrum in rugby. That's how I kind of look at it. And we got to have a scrum too on the other side. And the scrum is, we have a cadence where we all go at once. It's not like you hard count and this and that where, now you getting us or myself jumping over the pile thinking that they're about to snap the ball. And that's just my own personal opinion. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Say he wanted banned. He hoping it's banned because, the Washington couldn't stop it. And do you think we beat Washington because of the tush push? No, they just turned the ball over a lot. So who's going to beat them regardless, with or without the tush push? And speaking of the tush push, I think today or tomorrow they're going to come up with a decision. Do they want to ban it? And what's going on with that is that the Packers, they went back into the I guess the rule or whatever, or what they want changed. They revised the proposal, so they don't want no pushing or pulling other players. So this will not only affect the tush push, just other players in general. You know how sometimes you see the lineman push the running back or the quarterback, and it's not being a tush push. Now that will be a 10-yard penalty if there's any pushing from the offensive side on the ball carrier, if this get, you know, passed. And Roger Goodell, a lot of these teams want it gone because there's only one good team at it. Now the Bills had some success at it, but even they want it gone. So we'll see. We'll find out. And I think it's only going to make us better, more creative on the offensive side of the ball. I think that will turn into Jalen Hurts throwing more touchdowns. Also, Saquon Barkley running more touchdowns. And by the way, these are the numbers on the QB sneaks before we start doing the tush push anyway. The percentages we converted touchdowns or first downs. So right here, the Eagles QB sneak numbers, first down conversion percentage pre tush push: 2021 92.9, 2020 71.4, 2019 86.7, 2018 88.9, and 2017 100%. So a total of 2017 through 2021 is 87.3. So look, we're going to be good regardless. And you seen the year Jalen Hurts was there, we was in the upper 90% anyway. So get rid of it if you want. We're going to be just fine. Right. So I want to get into this last topic because I started this conversation. I don't care what nobody say. I was the guy that say Zack Baun is better than Fred Warner, at least that year. Anything could change going into this year. Maybe it's more tape on Zack Baun. Maybe it's a little fall off, or hell, maybe Zack Baun played to the same level, and now he's 2 years straight just better than Fred Warner because I just seen Fred Warner get the bag. So the Eagles was early on this, and I think Zack Baun get paid like 3 to 4 million less. And look at the numbers. The numbers between Zack Baun and Fred Warner is like night and day. So here go the numbers right here according to Brandon Lee Gowton. So Fred Warner is getting paid 21 million, and then Zack Baun is getting paid 17 million. Baun in 2024 played 20 games, 184 tackles, 79 stops, 13 tackles for loss, 6 QB hits, 3.5 sacks, 3 interceptions, 7 pass deflections, 6 forced fumbles, and allowed a 75 passing rating. Then Fred Warner, 17 games, 131 tackles, 53 stops, 5 tackles for a loss, 2 QB hits, 1 sack, 2 interceptions, 7 pass deflections, 4 forced fumbles, and a passing rating of 97.5. So, like Brandon Lee Gowton said there, like obviously Fred Warner has like a longer track record because he's been doing this for a longer time. But Zack Baun, he can close the gap if he have one of those years. So I'm happy the Eagles got on this early. Hell, Zack Baun did us a favor and gave us a team friendly deal because he could have went to Vegas, who wanted him bad, and got about like 20 million. If you really think about it, he could have got about 20 million, but he really wanted to stay in Philadelphia. Took the team friendly deal, and let's see if Zack Baun can do it again. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hey man, what do you think? How do you feel about the news today? Look, Nick Sirianni deserves his money. Frankie Luvu want the tush push gone, and Zack Baun bargain deal. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.